Yo, listen up. It's the Emperor's game. Tank ties on, obsessed with the ink flame. Wanted that Latin preface, the realest script. Wang Zizzy soul on the page, no counterfeit. Old monk Bon Kai hit it deep in the temple wall. Swore it was gone, played dumb through it all. So the boss sent Xiao Yi, undercover scholar, rags on his back, heart of a baller. Rolled up the young Sin Temple, looking broken wise to original at Wang pieces as the prize, the brick. Real talk, but bait for the trap. Monk saw the scrolls and his eyes lit up, no cap. Invited him in for rice and wine. Days turn to nights, talking art, dropping lines. Xiao Yi casual like, yeah, I got the real ones. Two Wang classics, some Monk's mouth water. Pride took the wheel. I got the lantern, the king of the seals. Xiao Yi laughs off, heard it burned in the war. Monk got heated, ran to the floor. Pulled out the scroll from the hidden beam. Hands shaking with that heavenly dream. Xiao Yi inspected, played the flaw card. This fake, old man, you got me scarred. Monk stepped out for a minute, heart full of fire. Xiao Yi grabbed the masterpiece, moved like a lie. Took back his own bricks too, vanished in the wind. Left the temple quiet, Monk's world caved in. Emperor got his Jade, the greatest script ever. Buried with him later, but the hustle forever. That's the game, throw a brick to snatch the jewel. In the streets or the palace, same ruthless rules. Stay sharp, young kings never show your real hand. Cause even monks fall when the bait hits the plan.
To lure someone in, create the illusion that they're gaining something, or simply provoke a reaction that allows you to get something valuable from them in return. People usually use this idiom in business in a couple of ways. Sometimes it's just a modest approach. For example, someone tosses out a simple idea in a meeting to get others to chime in and hopefully build on it or pitch something better. Other times it's more tactical, like putting out a low-cost offer or a small incentive. The goal here is to draw in something bigger, whether it's more sales, nudging a competitor, or grabbing more market share. When it comes to brainstorming or strategy meetings, a manager might say something like, "My idea is still a work in progress, think of it as tossing a brick to attract Jade. I'd really appreciate your insights on how we can enhance our marketing campaign." This approach encourages the team to expand on the initial concept and come up with even better solutions. Product bundling and promotions are a classic strategy. Take fast food giants like McDonald's, for example. They offer value meals or happy meals that come with inexpensive toys. This little brick, the perceived savings of the free toy, draws families in, encouraging them to spend more overall, the Jade, which translates to higher total sales. Customers walk away feeling like they scored a great deal, while the company benefits from increased sales volume and customer loyalty. Russia has been making a habit of sending drones into Romanian, Moldovan, and other NATO border airspaces during its large-scale attacks on Ukraine, especially noted in late 2025. These drones are often low value or even unarmed, referred to as the brick. The main aim seems to be to test how quickly NATO can respond, the rules of engagement, and how air defenses react. When NATO scrambles fighters, like German Eurofighters or F-16s, or tweaks its procedures, Russia picks up valuable intel on NATO's capabilities and determination. That's the Jade. This strategy aligns with the broader Phase Zero approach of psychological and informational preparation that analysts have discussed. We've also seen similar balloon incursions from Belarus into Lithuania, which have caused disruptions at civilian airports while testing defenses. Swapping a regular brick for a precious piece of Jade would definitely be a smart move. What this really means is trying to lure someone in by offering something worthless to snag something of real value. It's a strategy that plays on baiting the opponent. The key here is to throw out something that doesn't look like bait at all. But remember, it's crucial to have sharp judgment so you don't end up falling for the enemy's bait in return. Think of this strategy as a clever game of chess where you're willing to sacrifice a pawn just to see how your opponent moves their queen. It's a tactic to get those spreading falsehoods to inadvertently reveal their intentions. The first step is what we call the brick. In your context, this is a starter piece of information you put out there. It's not a complete fabrication, but it might be a bit misleading or focus on a minor, debatable detail. Essentially, you're tossing out a soft target. Why? Because those who thrive on fake news love the thrill of catching experts in a blunder. They can't resist the urge to debunk you to feel clever. Next comes the hook. While they're busy mocking your brick or correcting your minor error, you're observing them closely. This is your chance to identify which accounts are the first to share the correction. You're essentially mapping out their hidden network. You get to see which experts they rely on and what websites they reference. They think they're winning, but in reality, they're just revealing how their operation functions. Then you reach the Jade. This is the treasure. Because they rush to prove you wrong, they often end up leaking the actual data they intended to use later or exposing the specific logic they employ to mislead people. Now you possess the Jade, a profound, valuable insight into their entire operation. You're not just speculating about their next move, they've just laid it all out for you. Finally, you have the strike. Now that you've drawn them out into the open and seen their strongest arguments, you unleash the real truth. You publish a comprehensive, airtight report that not only addresses your brick, but completely dismantles the Jade they just revealed. It's incredibly effective because you've already seen their cards, leaving them with no way to backtrack. This is where the strategy goes from a clever trick to a high-tech operation. In the lie industry, you aren't just fighting one person, you're fighting coordinated AI swarms and botnets. By using the brick-to-Jade strategy with these tools, you aren't just debunking a claim, you are hacking the enemy's network infrastructure. Step 1. The brick strategic inoculation. You release a piece of content, like a leaked document or a medical infographic, that is 90% true, but has a 10% intentional, easy-to-spot flaw. The AI tool, use a generative AI to draft multiple versions of this brick, to see which one resonates with the specific psychological profile of the trolls you're targeting. The goal, you want the trolls to feel a dopamine hit from catching your mistake, so they rush to expose you. Step 2. The hook, bot and troll detection. As soon as the brick is posted, you turn on your troll detectors and anti-bot monitors. The AI tools like BirdSpotter or ICMamber, real-time engagement predictors, monitor the post. The tech, you look for coordinated inauthentic behavior. If 500 accounts share the correction within 30 seconds using the exact same phrasing, your anti-bot software flags them. You've now identified the soldiers in their army. Step 3. The mapping, CNN, RNN, and knowledge graphs. Now you analyze how they are attacking your brick. CNN, RNN, pattern recognition. You use a hybrid CNN-RNN model. The CNN looks at the visual patterns, are they all using the same edited meme? And the RNN looks at the temporal patterns, the timing and flow of their messages. Knowledge graph, the big picture. You plug the data into a knowledge graph. This connects the dots. Account A is linked to website B, which was funded by Organization C. This is the Jade. You found the head of the snake because they had to reveal their sources to prove your brick wrong. Step 4. The Jade, fake news detectors. Now you take the evidence the trolls used to debunk you and run it through fake news detectors. The AI tool, use XAI, explainable AI models. Instead of just saying this is fake, these tools explain why, showing pixel-level edits in their images or semantic errors in their scientific text. The Jade, you now have a complete map of their lies, their bot network, and their funding sources. Step 5. The strike, the full reveal. You release your final report. You don't just fix the brick, you publish the knowledge graph showing exactly who the trolls are and how they are coordinated. The result, you haven't just won an argument, you've burned their entire network. They can't use those bot accounts or those fake experts again because you've exposed the whole machine. This simulation draws inspiration from the real-life, false facade, and infinitus marketing, troll operations that came to light in March 2026. These networks cleverly use AI to craft fake identities that mimic real teachers or community members, all in an effort to stir up chaos. Here, how we deploy the brick-to-Jade strategy to dismantle them. Step 1. The brick. Imagine you spot a troll farm pushing a false narrative about a data breach at a local bank, aiming to incite panic and get people to withdraw their money. To counter this, you throw out the brick, a public security alert that's mostly true but contains one glaring intentional error. You might say, the bank's servers were compromised by a specific 2021 virus known as Xworm. Step 2. The hook. Trolls love to appear knowledgeable and expose experts, so they can't help but jump in to correct you. Within minutes, their anti-bot and troll detectors start lighting up. You see a flood of accounts, each claiming to be independent researchers, shouting, "You're mistaken, it's not Xworm, it's the 2026 Voidstealer malware, here's the proof." By rushing to fix your minor error, they inadvertently reveal which accounts are part of their coordinated effort. Step 3. The mapping. Now it's time to bring in the big guns. Your CNN convolutional neural network examines the profile pictures of these researchers and spots a common tiny AI glitch in their eyes. Meanwhile, your RNN recurrent neural network monitors their posting speed and notices they all hit send within mere milliseconds of each other. You feed this data into a knowledge graph which connects the accounts, the websites they reference, and a single marketing firm's IP address. Step 4. The Jade. This is the big reveal. To prove you were mistaken about the virus, the trolls felt the need to share some evidence. You take that evidence and run it through a fake news detector, which uncovers some hidden metadata. This Jade shows that the so-called proof was actually generated on a server owned by a known foreign influence group. In their rush to win the argument over a brick, they inadvertently handed you the keys to their entire covert operation. Step 5. The strike. Now you've got the blueprint of their 5,000 bot accounts, their funding sources, and the locations of their servers. Instead of simply correcting your post, you decide to make the knowledge graph public, sharing it with everyone and the platforms involved. You've effectively burned their entire network. Those accounts and that research are now useless to them because you turned their own arrogance against them. The key to convincing someone that your item is worth more than theirs lies in understanding their perspective. Choose something that you might not value as much but could mean a lot to them, or elevate the worth of what you have by emphasizing the potential rewards and advantages it brings. Alternatively, you might want to decrease the worth of what your opponent has. This will boost the value of your own possessions until you claim the gem, leaving them with just the brick.